I'm Jason Takhtadjian with Armenian Sports News with one of the top rising prospects in Armenian basketball, 17-year-old Anto Balian. He just finished a junior year with Pilibos High School, averaging 30.1 points per game. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It's a very exciting time right now, and I want to dive right into the first topic, and that is the international tournament that Armenia has coming up here in Los Angeles, June 21st against Guatemala, June 23rd against Ireland, the same foes back in 2016 that Armenia faced. And I want to basically let you get going and talk to us about just what the preparation's like. What's the feeling like right now for you? What's the excitement like as this is approaching?
The preparation is a lot. I mean, every week I'm working out 2 3 times a day, and it gets tiring, but hopefully it's gonna be worth it. And this time is really exciting. Not too many 16, 17-year-olds get to play for a national team, the top men's team, and just having that ability to play in front of all my friends, family, the whole school community. I mean, nothing another a 16-year-old, 17-year-old could ask for, right?
I don't know too many 16, 17-year-olds that have really gotten that rise in stock, especially because last year it was the first of its kind that Armenia had a international tournament when they played France twice, and that's when you made your international debut at 16 years old, the youngest to make an international debut in Armenia basketball. So I want to just kind of ask you what that experience was like, just taking a step back a year ago when you first, got onto the international scene. You're already making your name in Southern California hoops. It's not just among Armenian basketball players in the diaspora in Southern California. You're making your name among all of Southern California hoops right now.
Yes. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Last year I was really nervous. It was you're playing France, top five country in the world, and again I was 16, and I wasn't fully developed as I was now. I didn't know what to expect, and playing in front of that big of a crowd for the first time, your community, and playing NBA prospects with France, and it was really exciting leading up to it. But at the moment, I was kind of nervous. But I think when you start getting into the game and you realize that everyone's just another basketball player, and you play through it. And hopefully, and this year I think I'm way more prepared. I'm really excited, and again, it's like another dream come true. I'm doing it in front of everyone I know, all friends, family, and it's exciting. It's really exciting.
That's amazing, man. I mean, you get to rejoin with head coach Rex Kalamian, who's now with the Milwaukee Bucks, and also link up with Andre Spight, who is also coming off of a season where he was a leading scorer in Argentina. Tell me what that's been like being coached under Rex Kalamian, what you've learned from him, what stood out from your interactions with him, and then also talk to us about what you've learned from Andre Spight.
Coach Rex, I met him when I was 14 years old, and for the first time, I went with him to Academy USA, and I played. And Coach Rex has always been welcoming towards me. He never cared if I was small, big. He never cared how much older I was, younger I was than anyone else. He's always been by my side, and I really appreciate Coach Rex for that. He's given me the opportunity last year as a 16-year-old to play, obviously, in front of the maybe the biggest country in the world for basketball. And again, this year, he's given me another opportunity. And Coach Rex has been there for me every step of the way. And he really has a big part in my basketball career. And I really appreciate him for that. And same with Andre Spite. Andre Spite is a role model for all of us growing up. And if you're an Armenian basketball player, most of us want to be like Andre Spite. And you see him playing in Homenamen, and you are like, wow, like this guy's really good. And when you play against him, you realize it's a different level. And he might be playing right now in Argentina, but I think Andre's good enough to play in the NBA. And Dre's just always been there for me too. He's always been there if I wanted to work out with him. He's always been there for me if I needed something, if I needed help with something, mentally, physically. He's always been there. And again, they're both really big factors in my basketball career.
That's amazing. I mean, we're still waiting to see an Armenian in the NBA itself. We've seen Armenians like Andre Spight in the G League and Gary Chavichin as well, but we need to still see somebody in the NBA. And you're in that process of trying to, get out of high school and get to a college. But I want to before we get to that portion of the interview, I want to talk to you about high school because you recently surpassed 2,000 points, career points, with Pilibos High School. You just finished the junior year, like I said earlier in the introduction, where you averaged 30.1 points per game. I want to toss it to you and kind of tell me about a game that maybe stands out for you in this past junior season.
But I mean, one specific game was I had 51 points against Paraclete High School, and that was that was a really cool game. I mean, I broke my career high in like career points last year against Gunda at 48, but this year against Parakeet was 51, and I broke the school record with that one. And it was that night was special too because it was I surpassed 1,500 points that day. I'm pretty sure too. And I mean, when your dad is your coach and you have this very pressure on you to be good from like a beginning. Yeah, like always your upbringing was go and show out, be good. Because my dad was a very good basketball player too, and he had his record is 52 points. He scored 52 points in high school. So when I scored 51 points against Paraclete, he's like, I still have an up on you. And I was and then hopefully next year I could beat it. But
Yeah, you got one more season.
one more season to beat that 51, 52 points. But yeah, that 51 points was like it was incredible. Um my teammates, we scored 90 points as a team too. My teammates, we all played good that day. It was only me, but I don't know. That day was just it was something I'll never forget.
Tell us a little bit more about what that dynamic is like with your dad being your coach, and what that's been like throughout the beginning of your career in high school hoops to now.
My dad has been the biggest person to me in basketball. He's done practically everything for me. Um, you in the Armenian community, my dad has a big name too, and it started from him. And when you want to always live up to your dad, be better than your dad. In reality, that's the truth. And he his his attitude towards me, he never babied me around. He was always, I want you to grow up, you're a strong kid. And him being my coach now, you realize that it's not easy for him and it's not easy for me because there could be sometimes outside noise coming in and talking, but we've been winning and we've been winning 20 games in my high school career. We're averaging 20 wins a season out of 28, and he's done everything for me. And honestly, playing for someone else, it won't even feel true right now because I'm so used to playing for him, and he's an amazing coach. He has 450 wins as a career coach, and I don't know his legacy. I'm trying to continue it and do better.
That's really awesome. That's a different type of motivating factor for you as well. And I mean, together, you guys have also been able to put Armenian basketball kind of on the map. And I wanted to ask you about that and what that means to you as well, because it was quite the awesome experience to watch you guys play Sierra Canyon, a high school that is nationally known. Obviously, we know Scottie Pippen and LeBron James' sons were on that team. You scored 33 points. A lot of people saying that you really stood out in that game too. So I want to kind of take it back. Just first tell me about what it means to put Armenian hoops on the map, especially for Armenian schools on the map. And tell us about that.
I mean, growing up, every single person tells you if you're Armenian, just quit basketball after high school. It's never going to work out. It's never going to be this. And I never believed that because what makes me like I always thought to myself, why could they do it and I can't? And when you start playing against them and you realize that okay, like it's just basketball. You go out and play. You don't overthink it. Just you do what you got to do. You go play. You play just as good as them sometimes, and it doesn't matter who you are. Armenian basketball, it's increasing. It's a lot of people want to play now. You see our national team. We have Division 1 players all coming in now. We have NBA prospects with Gary, some Andre. We have people that are pros, are soon to be pros, and just being a part of that journey has been a blessing for me. I honestly, I might have put Armenian basketball on the map in high school, but every single person in front of me has led that way for me, has led it. Um, I really, I really appreciate all those like mentors, like the Andre Spites, Coach Rex. They're the ones that had that big name before I did, and now that I'm like I had the ability to and influence my name and make it bigger and tell influence other Armenians that we could all be very good. I mean, just having that on me is it's amazing.
That's very well said, man. And being able to represent as well. You put in your name on the map. You put in Armenian hoops on the map, and you're also recognizing that there's guys ahead of you that also have paved the way too. So that's pretty cool. That is really cool. And I want to kind of go back to that Sierra Canyon game. Just tell me, do you remember anything from that game specifically? Did you have any interactions that kind of stand out with maybe LeBron's son or Scottie Pippen's son? Just tell us a little bit about that.
Me and Scottie Pippen still were guarding each other the whole game. So we were talking here and there. Obviously, basketball talk. You can't say too much about that. But I remember during the game, I made a layup. I went through like three guys. I made a layup, and I turned up and looked my head, and Scottie Pippen was shaking his head at me, and I won't forget that because that was really cool. And it's an NBA legend in front of you, maybe one of the best players ever. And
Yeah.
playing as LeBron James' son, it's not about him being LeBron's son. He's just another basketball player at the end of the day. It's just the fact that all that hype, all that like media that are there because of him and Scottie Pippen's son, they're all there just to video them. So I took that into a motivating factor. Like, let me go play good, and maybe I'll be put on these big networks. And then they Ball is Live posted me, Slam High School posted me, all these big networks had posted me, and I that night I looked at my phone and it was blown up completely.
Nonstop notifications, huh?
Yeah.
Man, well, that's crazy because you've had all that experience so far and you still have your senior year ahead of you. And that's kind of where I want to parlay into now is, what are you looking forward to most in your senior year? But also, you got a year left essentially until high school's over. And that means college is up next. Tell us about the recruiting process so far and what schools have you visited?
So far I visited Biology University, Cal Poly Pomona, UC Irvine, UCLA, CSUN, University of San Diego. Um, I'm in talks with a lot of other schools too, and a lot of schools are interested in me, and even Ivy League schools now, Harvard, Cornell, Dartmouth. There's schools like Pepperdine, Air Force. All these big schools, all these major schools are interested in me too now. It's just wherever I fit in the most, and whoever wants to take me. Because at the end of the day, right now, it's just interest, and some are leading on to being an offer. They're just waiting to like pull the trigger in a sense, but it's a really exciting process. It's not easy again because there's so many schools and you don't know which one might want you, which one might not want you, and they don't really disclose that stuff with you until they think the time is right. And but going to all these school visits, it's a whole new chapter in my life. And my senior year, I mean, I've already done so much as an individual basketball player in my high school career, and unfortunately, I haven't had a great playoff run yet. And again, we're playing very difficult competitions, very difficult teams, and that comes with our preparation too. And we've been doing very good. We won 21-8 last year. We won a lot of games last year. And I think more as a team wise this year, I'm hoping to do way better. I want a playoff run. I want to win a division championship, a state championship. I want to go far because I grew up at Pilibos. It's not only a like a school thing for me. I've gone there. My dad's been working there for 27 years, 28 years. And at 2 years old, I started there, and I want my senior year to be memorable for the school and have a banner up there forever.
Wow, that would be an amazing way to really end off your career and also leave a lasting legacy for the school that you're at. But I think that's happening regardless right now because of just what you've done individually, and that's kind of where I want to come back to is just this, Southern California community, especially the hoop scene. Put that one aside, but I want to talk about the Armenian community. What the support has been like from the Armenian community to you, and just what that's meant to your career.
The Armenian community has been great. Um, they've been by my side the whole entire time. I mean, sometimes I go places and kids recognize me and they see me from Instagram or they come to our Pilibos games and they ask for sometimes pictures and all this stuff. And like I was just 7, 8 years old doing the same thing to Andre Spight. And now I'm being able to do that too. And the community has been great. I've gone to other Armenian schools and they've asked me to go out there and take have some like play basketball with the kids, pave them the way how I did it. And the community has been amazing. I mean, Ball is Life, when they posted me, the whole Armenian community had commented, had liked the post, had shared it, and it was bigger than it was already supposed to be. And they're doing everything they can to make my name grow and to show them that, again, anything is possible, even if no matter what sport you're in. And they're it's not only my friends and family too. I have so many people texting me on Instagram saying how proud they are of me. And in reality, it's not possible without them either because they're the motivating factors to my basketball career. Again, I want to be as great as I want to be, but if these people aren't supporting me, then there's truly what point is there to this? But since they're backing me up so much, I it's only word I can use is blessed because that's truly what it is.
That's a great way to put it, and I think you got a really good head on your shoulders. And I think it's going to be a very awesome senior year, specifically for us to witness with Billy Bose. We're all excited to see what's going to happen. You had the goal of having a playoff run, also beating your dad's scoring record. So we're gonna see all that happen, and but more importantly, we want to focus on what's happening right now in the next week or so. Armenia basketball hitting the floor in Southern California once again, and you are part of the team. Is there any last thing you want to talk about as far as those upcoming games, June 21st, June 23rd?
I mean, I just want the Armenian community to come out and support because we're playing for obviously our country, but we're here in LA for a reason. There's the most Armenian population in LA, and we want everyone to be there, support us because last year it was amazing seeing all those people in the crowd. They were they were electric, and with them being in the crowd, it motivates us to win the game. And if they come out and they support us, we're truly thankful. If you're not there, you're watching on the TV. Again, truly thankful. But we're really excited to show out because we're gonna do really good this year. I mean, I know last year we lost 2 games, but this year we're gonna bounce back, and I'm hoping for us to get 2 wins.
Yeah, a win would be great. Thank you very much, Anto Balian, for joining us on Armenian Sports News.
Thank you so much for having me.